Welcome to Verified Visitors. Today we're going to look at creating rules. Many of you will be familiar with WAF rules and will have experienced the joys of playing whack-a-mole with bots. Typically, you spot a spike in traffic such as this one. When you drill down into the web logs, you look for patterns, you look for IPs, you look for user agents, and you can hopefully find something that's suspicious. And then what you'll typically do is create a WAF rule that blocks an IP range, for example. If you're really aggressive, you can block an entire ASN or just go for broke and block an entire country. For a while, that does seem to work, but the bots just retool. They use a different IP address, they use different user agents, they use different signatures, and they evade that simple WAF rule. You are, in fact, playing whack-a-mole and losing. Worse, by applying these basic WAF rules, you're also likely disrupting your valuable visitors by forcing them to pass CAPTCHA or another challenge. Verified Visitors has got a completely different approach. We put the customer first by using AI analysis to identify cohorts by risk and then applying policies to this virtual segmentation. So you can see here on the left-hand side, we've got everything that's high risk. On 3 of our endpoints, for example, as I detect account takeover, we're identifying 3 endpoints here with account takeover risk. Account takeover is when automated bots are hitting our login paths, and we definitely have zero tolerance for this. So what's happening now is just by selecting the account takeover cohort, selecting the endpoints, we've actually created now in the rule simulator, we can go ahead and create a rule here. And you can see it's created the JSON. And for our purposes, this is account takeover. We absolutely want to block this traffic. But the beauty is you can use the rule simulator here to mock up the risk type, to select the risk, and then to see what the effect is on your existing traffic. But rather than creating hundreds of rules for each of the different threats, we've done it via the microsegmentation according to the risk dynamically. So no matter how many times these bots change their IP or any of the other attributes, the bot detection is still going to pick it up. The AI learns from your traffic, it identifies the risk in real time and creates the cohorts that allow you to microsegment at the network edge. But best of all, this is all explainable AI. So for example, if you want to drill down into the detection reasons here and fine-tune the paths, the host, the referrers, the visitor IDs, the IPs, the ASNs, anything at all, you can really fine-tune the exact policy that you want according to the analysis segment that you've actually selected here. The great thing now is that rather than having hundreds of WAF rules, when we go into our rules, we've got 3 rules to stop account takeover. That's the high risk you saw on the left-hand side. Automated traffic, this is not necessarily targeting your account takeover paths, but nevertheless, this is known bot traffic, so you're going to want to stop that. For likely automated traffic, yes, we might serve this an additional challenge to understand exactly what it's going to do. But the key thing here is that your verified visitors segment here, the actual human customers that you care about, they are not disturbed. They've gone through completely without, they are being monitored. So you can see now, if we go into the verified visitors tab, we're looking at what they're doing. It's just that they're not being disrupted in any way. However, if we do decide, once we're looking at the verified visitors traffic, we spot patterns that are anomalous. So at this point, they are human, but for example, it could be a capture farm passing captures en masse. We can look here using the exact same rules here for patterns of behavior. So for example, we're detecting incognito users here. We might look at the visitor ID and find, this visitor here is making 1,300 requests, which is very, very abnormal for the actual human visitor cohort. But simply by creating these dynamic rules with a microsegmentation here, we're ensuring that we've got a zero trust model right from the get-go. We've deployed advanced virtual segmentation in real time on the incoming traffic to massively reduce risk and stop bots from making further attacks.